Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight or to this afternoon because some of you will be listening or watching this at night, some others during their afternoon. My name is Luis. I'm here representing Epopeia Records and also some projects I'm part of. And with me, I have the pleasure to have today um, directly from Italy, now on the screen. Florence, she's a singer, songwriter, composer. She's based now in Italy, but she's from England. Um, she has a very nice project that I invited all to visit called it Dos Floris. And after we can share some links for people that get interested in your work to take a look and listen. Directly from Poland, we have also Adrian Siegle. Adrian, how are you? Doing well?
Hi. Yes, doing very well. Thank you. I hope
So,
you.
Adrian is a promoter and producer and booker and a cultural guy doing different stuff in Poland. Um, we can talk a bit about what kind of things he does, a lot, and you will understand this. And also from England, we have here with us Luko from the project Proporí, El Señor Proporí. Luko is one of the musicians that we have been working a lot from since last year, actually. He has a big connection with our country, Portugal, and he will be here to speak probably also about Brexit. Let's see what he has to say about this. And last but not least, we have also with us Marc Policarpo. He's from Quarteira. He's now in Faro in this moment, not on his house, but he's okay and safe, I believe.
Hi guys, how are you? Nice to
Mark
see you.
Mark is a songwriter from Quarteira. Actually, he was born in Australia and has a huge relation with this country, but he's now based in Portugal. Not now, for a long time, and a lot of people know uh, his work, and it's nice to have you here with us also.
Thank you
Uh,
very much, Luis.
and somehow today we will be talking about how this Europe that we know, like we know today, is a good tool and a good help for musicians, creative people to somehow, in a easy way, easy and also practical way, to be together, to develop projects, to share creativity and inspiration, and so. And like this weekend, we celebrated one the anniversary of European Union. Uh, we want to not talk European Union all only, but to take the discussion into Europeans, how we feel as Europeans and as part of a community of people that share a lot of common interests and culture. Um, Somehow, all the people in this call and this talk today, we met because we were moving around Europe, and that's the main thing. That's why these people and not other people. We could have here 10 more or 20 more or 30 more people talking with us today, but okay, it will be a little bit confusing. But um, the criteria was to put on this conversation people that their lives in some point crossed and created relationship and connection, um, and was like this. And I will start first of all and to ask Florence, because Florence will also lead us to Adrian. This is like
Yeah, yeah.
it's like those SMS that people send to each other. I first met Florence, and then Florence introduced me to Adrian. Adrian then talked to me, and then appeared Luko, and so we are all together here. Florence, how are you? How are you doing in this
I'm,
moment? And
oh, good. Thanks, Luis.
oh,
Yeah, it's
right.
good. Even if there have been times that have been a bit difficult, I think, for everyone, right, in this time. Days when you find it very easy to get on and do stuff and be in touch with people, and then other days where you feel a bit more isolated and a bit down, and where you'd usually rely on seeing a friend for a drink to get you out of your mood. You can't really do that. And so, yeah, it's been weird, but it's been good, I think. I think I'll look back on this time with, if not with like great fondness, but with a bit of fondness, actually.
And somehow, how is it influencing your daily life as a musician? Because actually you were finishing a new record.
Yeah,
How was it?
so exactly. So I was finishing a new record, and then when all this happened, I wrote this song about what was going on, and the song came out very quickly. And I posted it on Facebook, and I got quite a great reception to it. And so I decided to do this crazy project where I asked people to sing the chorus and video themselves singing the chorus. And I then ripped all the audio. So I got about 40 people who got back to me from all over, from England, from Belgium, from Holland, from Italy. And the project's just grown and grown and grown. And the idea is that all the profits or any money that is earned from this song will go to the Musician Union's Hardship Fund. And so far, we've got like 50 people involved from around the world. So we've got the artworks come from an American lady and a 10-year-old English girl in England. We've got singers, as I said, from Belgium, Italy, England. We were hoping to have a Polish singer on there too, but it didn't quite happen in time. But yeah, it's so that's been keeping me busy and really connected in a great way.
So, somehow this moment is an opportunity for you and for us, for all of us, right? How
Yeah.
do how do you see this being part of our days uh, from next years? Because somehow this isolation period put us more together than ever, even being far away from each other. Um,
Yeah.
do do you see that probably this will open people's minds to keep doing the things the way we are doing now?
So I was talking to a friend about this yesterday, and I think that there'll be some people, and I hope a lot of people, for instance, like myself, I've been working on my own for years, writing and producing and arranging music. And in this time, it was the first time that I became really collaborative, and I've collaborated with like 40, 50 people on this song. And that's changed my whole perception of everything. Like I am in the future going to collaborate as much as I can. I think it's great. It gives you that joy back in things. I can't speak for everyone. I mean, I think generally some people will come away from this period with a different mindset and do things differently, and some people might just slip into their old ways of doing things.
Yeah.
It's like I think people in general, not only musicians. In Italy, for example, since the lockdowns eased, I would have thought that when people came out of their houses, they would be more relaxed. I know times are tough, but you've had 2 months of no cars and no rush and bustle, and some people are more relaxed and nice, and other people have gone straight back to screaming at each other in their cars. So
So to introduce Adrian, can you tell us how you met Adrian, for example, on your
definitely,
European
definitely.
experience?
So actually, and that also, Luis, comes into how I met you. So before I came to Line Check, the European festival in Milan, I got an email from a guy called Maciej, who runs Sideways Booking and Promotion in Poland. He's a great guy. Anyway, and one of the bands that he was also interested in was Aliki's band, your
No.
friend Luis Aliki. And
Yeah, yeah.
Aliki introduced me to you, Luis, at the Line Check
Yes,
Festival.
yes, yes, yes.
And through
In
this,
Manila.
I also met Maciej, and Maciej asked me to come and do a Polish tour. And then Maciej was with Adrian at some festival in Eastern Europe. Adrian,
Yeah,
what festival was that?
it was meant in Ljubljana.
That's it. Meant in Ljubljana. And I suddenly got a message from Maciej saying, I've got these two great Polish friends and they need somewhere to stay because they're going to be in Italy for like in Bologna. And I was like, fine, come and stay with me. So Adrian came with his girlfriend to stay. And then when I did my Polish tour, we hooked up again in no, Wrocław.
Wrocław.
Exactly. After I had a lovely gig at the Art Cafe Kalimbur. And so then it was really cool to see you again. And yeah, and
Likewise.
then, did you meet Luis? Did I introduce you to Luis?
You
No.
did.
Did
I
I?
mean, we haven't met in person, but we have talked before online.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Cool.
Actually, came into he had me on Skype or Facebook,
Hmm.
and told me, "Do you know Florence?" Um, and yes, I can remember her. I was introduced to me by Aliki, and I invited Aliki to be here with us today, but she preferred to be somehow apart from this more musical environment talk, and
Okay.
she's up to meet us, but we don't know if she will appear today. Let's see. Let's hope.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
Will you
and
send her my love, by the way? If we said, say I said hi. She's lovely, Aliki.
yeah,
Anyway, isn't it weird? Portugal, Poland, England via Italy or whatever. And we all met because of that one thing in Milan. It's so weird. All via different like little strands.
we have here Luko also that wants to say something.
I've seen about this. It's just fantastic. I mean, it's music to my ears. Always, you know what I mean. It's what we're trying to do here with the UK. You know, the same thing. But so it's not my turn to speak yet. But I'm just saying, I'm really buzzing from this.
So Adrian, tell us how was it to reach here to this point where you met in Ljubljana, Florence, then you receive her in Poland, and what are you doing now? Tell us.
Well, I will try to make it short. Just a short biography. I was born in Germany. I grew up in Portugal, and I've been for the past 10 years living in Poland, but living also here and there sometimes, but mostly in Poland. I've studied music, so I've been always involved with music and art. And I tried to attend as many summer festivals, and not only summer, like Ljubljana was actually in January, as I
Right.
can. And yeah, at the time we were in Ljubljana at the festival, and we had a flight back from Bologna, and a friend, like his grandma, got sick last minute, and we didn't have a place to stay, and Florence gladly took us over and took us in, and it was really nice of her. And yeah, then we met again in Wrocław in Kalambur at her concert together with Maciek. And well, in Poland, I'm doing different things. I have a main job. I'm a project manager for a corporation, and on the side, I like to organize cultural events. The one I'm mostly involved nowadays is So Far Sounds, probably known by most.
Yeah.
But I also organize a few small concerts with the city. And like I organize, for example, something called Micro Concerte. I got a micro grant from the city to develop a project, and basically I did 5 concerts, 5 flats, 5 bands, and the idea was to bring neighbors together.
So to do what we cannot do today, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, but
And
we are coming up with some new ideas how to do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But how do you feel that this pandemic is affecting the cultural scene in Poland? Because so far,
A lot.
Poland is a bit far away from here, and things used to be different from different perspectives in different
Mhm.
countries. But this is a global situation, and how does you feel that even somehow the organizations and the institutions and the government, how are they dealing with this pandemic, talking about culture?
It has a huge impact. I guess it's not, I mean, as bad as in Italy, but we got closed like completely, and no one could go out. So that meant also concerts and everything else. And many people try to do online concerts, and I think that worked for a while. But I think at the moment people are just fed up with being online, and it's already too much, and people are craving for some concerts. And I've seen in Poland, but also in other countries. I've seen in Italy where people were playing in their balconies, in their windows to the neighbors. And the same has happened. That I saw the city has developed some kind of a project that people are playing outside on the street, and everyone is at home watching from their windows. So it's still a concert, but there's no one, let's say, next to the musician, just all around in the buildings.
And what about the non-musicians professionals of music, like
Uh,
musicians, producers, road managers?
Well,
Uh,
it's a hard time for everybody. I mean, of course, there are no tours, there are no festivals, there's nothing happening. So all you can do is, well, plan for whenever traveling will be possible again and when concert will be possible. But I think those people, the organizers, are probably the ones suffering the most because, well, at least the musicians can they can prepare some songs at home. They can compose, but the producers, there's not much they can do, or the tour managers.
Mm.
Somehow here in Portugal, we start to see people organizing, actually more the municipalities and the theaters, local theaters, organizing ways to put musicians on an empty room, but on the stage with a proper team, with also good video, multicam video, to be able to provide to people online concerts that somehow one should be for free, others should be paid by listeners. But somehow there are alternatives nowadays with technology to keep things going on, even without going to the road, to pick up a van. It, we
True,
can
true, true.
solve the problem to
Can
everybody. Yeah, you can, Florence. I will put you.
can I just quickly, no, because one thing that I find is online concerts are great, right? But what the dimension, oh, sorry, that's my dog. The dimension that really, the dimension that really gets lost is the interaction, no, between public
Exactly.
and performance.
Yeah.
Because that's why I haven't done any online concerts because of this. Because I just thought well, I felt like there was no difference between videoing myself playing a couple of songs and sticking it online to doing a live concert because it's the same thing, right? The only difference is with a post, people can choose when they see it, whilst with an online thing, they have to be there at that time. And
Yeah.
I was just wondering, because Zoom, for example, does this thing where, I mean, is there a way, do you think, to do an interactive online concert? Yeah, it might be annoying to hear everyone bustling about or whatever, but it would be a bit more realistic, right? Because no concert is ever totally silent
Mm.
unless you're playing in a classical music theatre, and you're playing Beethoven, and even then people cough. So,
I know there are some apps that have been developed to join with other audio equipment that you can stream. I mean, you can be playing with other people at the same time in all the corners of the world, and
yeah,
that's at the same time. There's no delay. So
okay,
some of those have been developed, but I don't think that's for audience. It's more for bands that want to play
exactly.
together.
Exactly, because it would be cool to have something interactive where the public can speak as well. I mean, obviously, it gets a bit tricky because you wouldn't someone to go like, "Oh, you burnt my potatoes," oh, while you're playing your song. But it might actually be quite funny. It might be more realistic. I don't know.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
maybe we need to create something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be quite cool, wouldn't it?
So, and we have with us also a very imaginative guy, Luko. It's time to introduce you, and I wanted to talk a bit also about your perspective of Europe, but for a short time, okay, Luko? You
Yeah.
usually like to make huge descriptions, so uh, take a small picture of what are you thinking about Britain going out from Europe Union,
Probably me
um,
too young yet, so
and
small.
and the bridge you are trying to build, of course.
Yeah,
Uh,
we found the Proporí meteoric thing is the mixture between Proporí and Random Meteor. I mean, I first met Davis Souza, who was my partner in a record company in Manchester in 2006, 2007. Actually, yeah, around about that time. And we did a compilation, Malastroganza, which is like melancholy, kind of bad superstition, but it was about being in Manchester and doing some of what we're doing here, really, but obviously collaborating with different artists internationally and people who actually moved into Manchester for whatever period, and we created this album, and it was very eclectic. So we kind of got a bit of BBC recognition and all that. You know, quite get a lot of coverage in Manchester and London and Spain, Barcelona, Portugal, and yeah, we went to uni together.
I think we lost him.
Yep, we did.
So, but
I get lost, you know what I'm saying?
okay,
Yeah, oh yeah. Anyway, last year, Radley Meteor came to the UK, and we did 4 dates in North England. We did Lancaster, Manchester, Blackburn,
Blackburn.
and that was the test really to see if we could do it. And you know, the Manchester Dawn gig was really well attended. I think the Manchester one was a bit random. The first one, the Blackburn one, was a bit of a disaster because I mean, it's things have changed, culture's changed, people are doing different things. Um, I feel like England's had a knock effect on with the music, and not just because of this now, what's happening over the last few years. I think people are kind of not interested in things like they were. Is it the social networking? Um, I just feel like Manchester used to be this great city. It still pulls out a few different artists, but I think it needs a lot of work. But with this, what we're doing,
So what's missing? What do you believe that is missing in Manchester? In a
people are just too cool to, you know, just too cool to do anything anymore. They just, I don't know, I don't know, but a lot of venues are not well attended like they used to be.
okay,
Like,
okay,
the big names, you know, it's like we pay a lot of euros, a lot of pounds to see a band like New Order, for instance. It's like it's not really moved on from that factory scene. And
okay. Because this is the somehow the golden years of Manchester as a,
yeah,
music cultural city. Yeah.
hmm.
Okay, I can understand this, but
Lots of
I'm
people
a,
aren't getting paid
I'm,
to play. That's the thing. You know, it's same in London. You know, I mean, London's a bit different now. You know, it's like you don't get paid unless you're some real big artist. And this is like I'd love to be able to. This was the experiment. I think next time we do the UK tour, we're going to have better venues.
I
You know
believe
what I mean?
so. I
We're
believe
going to
so.
get better. We're going to get other people involved with it, It's like when we come over. Well, we were meant to come over there for end of April to May
It
now.
was supposed for you to be here touring with us now from 1st of May until tomorrow, after tomorrow. I don't
Yes,
remember. Yeah,
in 9th to 10th. Yeah, it could be 12th. You're right. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
was we were supposed to be playing tonight actually, and
Absolutely. The last gig, I think, it might have been tonight, the last one. But anyway, it was, I think, with the collaboration thing, with what I'm doing over here, I've managed to get a lot of Portuguese friends interested in what we're doing, and it'd be good to build this Proporí meteoric thing where you take control of it sometimes, English, and bring your followers in, and I do the same with mine on the joint page. And I think we can collaborate something really well with this. I think we can get a firm foundation.
just for
And
people to understand where is Pont Meteoric, it was
yeah,
the intent of create a bridge between Portugal and Spain
absolutely.
and England, to share musicians and to bring musicians together to create music that could somehow have a root on traditional music. Luko as a from he attend to flamenco lessons. He's a great guitar player and composer. He played with huge names already, different stages around the world. So he's here gently with a hat, but he's like a
Sometimes that's
dinosaur of Manchester culture. He's a really cool guy. And in this last tour we did together in England, I introduced you to the last next person that will be here with us, to Mark, Mark Policarpo.
Hey guys, how are you? Hi.
So somehow Mark is a musician, also a singer from Faro, from Quarteira actually, in the south of Portugal, and went to see our concerts
Yeah.
from Faro to
absolutely.
Manchester, just because he's a very cool friend and also a person that collaborates with Riding a Meteor.
I've got to
Uh,
admit this as well, Luis. We went out one night, the last night when you went back to when you went to Manchester Airport, and we left you at the station at Piccadilly. Me,
yes, yes,
me and Mark went on a bit of a bend around Manchester. We went to the Christmas markets,
yeah. I
and then
remember this.
we went to this place. Then Mark was playing. He was doing a session, man. He was playing in the theatre. It was like an
That's
open mic.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did a
So
couple of birth tracks and stuff like that.
uh,
It was really good, man. It was like his interpretation.
so let's hear Mark and see what he has to say about this, because in a simple way we all get connected and easily we start to make things.
Yeah. Well, basically, hi Luca. Nice to see you, mate. Right.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Uh, I just like to say, basically, I'm actually a bit envious of all of you, this group, for a simple reason. I've been playing bars, hotels, restaurants all this time. I've been trying to be brave enough to write my own songs, and now it's finally happening. Luigi is giving me a very big hand, and I've been. This pandemic has brought me time and maybe peace to get into the writing, in a proper way, and I'm learning and I'm getting into it, and it's really happening quite fast because this pandemic obviously it moves us, it moves our heart, and we tend to create an environment that allows us to be able to write, and your mind seems to settle a bit. You don't have to be running around everywhere and stuff. So basically, I just like to say that finally, this pandemic has actually brought me the time and the piece to write. And I love to hear all your projects. Of course, I've heard Luko and Louisa's songs, and I was happy to. I love to be with you guys in Manchester, and I saw two of your gigs. We had a great time. I love the music. I was so impressed with Luko and his bands because I already know his band. And I love them, and I've seen them maybe more than basically anyone. I've seen them about 10 times or 20 times, whatever. I love to see them. They're a special band. And Lucas, you have the biggest heart, mate. You were so beautiful the way you put us all in your house, and we all had a great time. you know, and it was such a great adventure. And I think Europe is about that. You know, Europe is people getting together and collaborating with each other and fight and bringing bands from one country to another, showing things and showing our projects in different countries. And I think the Europeans are so much open to this situation. Of course, with the pandemic, um, it's hard. I mean, things have become hard, but let's hope it all just it all gets better so we can all get together as soon as possible and start collaborating live again. I mean, really live together. So there you go.
I learned so much a lot from you guys. I've learned a lot from being over there in Portugal and meeting new people, and I just want to expand on this. I just want to go further with it.
Now,
Yes.
now I will go back to Florence. She does not know this that I'm going to say, but in March, our company Epopeia, that you can see the brand over you, open a space, a cultural space, a design studio, and also um, we are building also a music studio that is not built yet, but
Wow.
the walls are there already. Okay, and it is called it Make It Happen Space, and it's based on an online community that you can visit in www.makeithappen.pt. And your name were on the list to be the one to do the first showcase, and you were,
Seriously?
yeah, yeah,
Wow, how cool of you. Oh
and I'm gonna tell you
shit, damn it.
this was 5 days before the pandemic arise in Portugal. So it was supposed to be to start the concerts at the end of March, and in February we were all talking about calling you. I was showing your music to my colleagues, to Anna, Cameron,
Cry now.
but actually. We somehow built this space thinking about artists like you that try to carry the world on their shoulders, um, and somehow in the right time the proposal will arrive, not just to come and play on Make It Happen space, but also to make a Portuguese tour like we were talking
Wow.
back in Milan.
That would be the coolest, greatest thing. You've just made my whole Monday. I've had quite a shit Monday, and you've made it a really great day now. So thank you.
No,
That's
don't.
such a lovely thing to hear, Luis. Thank you so much.
It's not it's not my fault, Florence.
Oh,
If you're not doing beautiful music, probably we will not be thinking about you. So it's all your fault. It's
oh, thank
all
you.
your work. Okay.
Thank you. And Luko, by the way, because I'm often in Manchester,
Luca
and the
was
next
asking.
time, sorry?
Luca was making. Will make a question for you. Luca has problems with sound.
Aaron's a question actually. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, basically. So, what instruments do you play, Florence? Do you do vocal, guitar, and you say you did a remedy or something? Do you do string arranging? Is that orchestra? Like song arranging? What
She
arrangements do
plays
you do?
flute. She
I
Flute.
plays
play I play the flute
and
badly.
keyboards.
I play the flute, the keyboard, the guitar, and then I program drums and write synth patches and arrange and basically I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. That is an honest thing. I really am. But I
We are part of the same team.
but I think what it is that I just try and play what I hear. So if I don't know how to play the instrument, I'll just try and play it till I can play what I hear, if that makes any sense.
No, it's right. Yeah, it's exactly. You're gonna have the ear. Yeah, it's the most important thing.
Yeah. But I won't do any like Mark Knopfler guitar work because I just can't do that stuff. Or like flamenco guitar playing. Like, no, that's not me either. So I'm a very basic jack of all trades.
Yeah, good stuff. I like flamenco. That's an awesome song. I mean, there's nothing like Paco de Lucia. You know what I'm saying? He was just incredible. That guy. He was just the best thing that ever lived, really, in my mind.
Sorry,
Yeah,
who was that, Luko? I didn't quite hear that. Who was that?
Paco de Lucia.
Paco de Lucia.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Alcaceres, he was just like the best thing that ever lived. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he had really strong hands as well. I remember I shook his hand and Pepe in '98. They played at the Teatro del Tenerife in Granada, and it was absolutely one of the best things I've ever seen. It was,
Wow.
yeah, I'm just saying about the flamenco. I mean, I do go on the story, but that would, I can't say I play flamenco and I see something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just these people are just, I don't know where they come from. They're from another planet.
Yeah, Martians. They're Martians with like octopus hands.
Yeah. He's
But
good. Well, he's like Louis kind of senior. He's very good. I love your arrangements, mate.
nah, but let's not talk about this now because I really want to listen, Adrian, because somehow uh, half of this meeting today is because of him. So me, Adrian, and Florence. And how was it to work with her on the tour? How it was when you first heard her music? Because we didn't met actually never on live. We just met on internet. And but I had the chance to see the concert of Florence in Milan that I really appreciate. I have some videos that's still on my mobile phone. I must say,
Really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Um, but you saw her concert on Ment Festival or not?
No,
Because
no. So I was in Ment for, well, completely different reason, just for the festival. She was in her home, and I never. I mean, there's nothing connected with me and Floris apart from the fact that I slept at her house once, and then we met again here. Like our common friend Maciek was the one that coordinated the concert, that the tour she had in Poland, and we met here again. The only difference was she was maybe, well, more stressed when she was here in Wrocław, and they was all in a rush because it was one concert after another. And at her place, she was much more relaxed and in her own element. We actually met at a bar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
so the, I know a lot of
Friday
stories
night in
like
Bologna.
this. And how do you see these people here today in the future being together doing something uh, in Poland, in Italy, in Manchester, in Portugal? Adrian, as a guy that likes to organize events and likes to put people together, um, do you believe
That
that
would be lovely.
this
Yeah,
moment that
that
we
would
are
be
in now
lovely.
will be for a long time, or probably in a year we can be all together doing and sharing music?
It's hard to say. I guess no one can tell that for sure, but I've heard that in Portugal, at least until end of September, all the festivals are cancelled. Here in Poland, they say probably until the next year, nothing big will happen. I mean, up to 50 people maybe, but nothing bigger than that. So realistically, I think not before next year. But it would be amazing if it would be already possible to do something this summer.
Absolutely. I'd
And
love to.
But at the moment, all the borders are closed. I mean, not even by car you can go somewhere, so
Yeah.
it makes it much harder.
And if you do, when you get there, you have to stay for 15 days in
Exactly.
quarantine. So if your
Exactly.
concert's the next day after you arrive, you're pretty screwed.
You need to plan 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. So for a concert mid-July, you need to leave at the beginning of July and then go into hibernation when you get back again. So yeah,
will be tricky. Will be
yeah,
really.
yeah.
They are trying.
Um,
I don't know if they would be applying that to borders, but they are trying, for example, now to open shopping centers and have some kind of like
Mm.
a test or a proof that you don't have the virus, so you can go in, or if you have it, then you cannot. Something like that. Maybe they would implement that in the border. Like if you can prove that you're fine, then you can pass through. If you don't, then yeah,
Yeah, that would be amazing. But
a-
apparently they still haven't got a test that's really accurate. But anyway, I hope they do. It would be
yeah.
very cool.
and another tricky question, Adrian. Do you see yourself in Portugal soon to visit your family?
I would hope to. First of all, my father is turning 70 this year, so that would
Well,
be really nice to see him. But well, I haven't been to Portugal since last summer, and I usually go in the summer at least for a week or two. And I was already planning to go in March, and then in March I thought maybe in April, and now maybe in April I thought maybe in May, but I don't see that happening. I mean, maybe in July or August. I hope.
Mm.
uh, we,
Nice.
we, we, we can say that we all hope uh, to be possible as soon as possible to be close to people that we like.
But
And
actually, I
Yeah,
also
exactly.
considered. Actually, I've also considered moving back to Portugal. I don't know. Like, I have been 10 years abroad, and it feels like I would like to go home at least for a while and see how is the music culture there since I left, because I'm completely unaware what's happening in Portugal in terms of culture at the moment. I mean, here and there you hear some stuff, but I haven't been living there, so I don't know.
This how we do it. We can totally make all this. Seriously, we've got the ingredients.
Mark, I will ask an opinion of Mark because Mark somehow had his life based on playing um, on hotels, restaurants, bars, and so, and now all these things are gone. So, how do you see your life in the next days, months, years? Because one thing is good, you are doing music, you are creating, you are writing, but until this work gives profits will take a while, right?
Well, to be honest, I just talked to a mate of mine a little while ago, and no one really knows what's going to happen. For example, in Spain, they say they won't even be able to play in small venues and bars and stuff. In Portugal, we're not really sure how it's going to happen yet, but at least until the beginning of summer, there's going to be no music. So, to be honest, I can't really answer your question. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. We have no idea. No one really knows. So, me personally, I'm just going to try and tone down on and use this time to write music and compose and and enjoy my. We live in the Algarve, where we're only 500,000 people in this region. In the summer, we get 2 million people. So basically, we're going to be enjoying a different summer. In terms of music, I really don't know how it's going to happen. I really feel like one of you guys was saying a little while ago, there might be, I think the cities are going to have to start finding solutions to start coming out and playing for people in a safe way that no one can really hurt themselves, because in bars, restaurants, and hotels, I can't see it happening for the simple reason that you're not going to be able to pay a musician if you're going to get less people coming in to see the band and to push people in. So I really have no idea what's going to happen for a while. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be writing songs and trying to, to be ready for when I have a chance to be possible to show things to people live. I want to be ready for that. So that's what I'm going to do for sure.
I wanted to add something, Mark. Sorry.
No,
One thing that I've noticed that started to happen here in the city is the street musicians are coming back because, well, you are able to go outside, and as long as you are away from the rest of the people, you can still make music. And I've noticed that some street musicians have started to appear. So that's one idea that some people could eventually do. And the other one was that the idea that I was describing before, to have music in. I think even in Portugal I've heard something that you can like order concerts to your window, like some kind of
That's
serenata.
really cool.
So
That's
you
a
can
really
like ask a musician to come down to your window and play you a concert, and it's just you and him, but he's down there and you are up there.
hey mate, that makes that is such a cool idea.
yeah.
Music.
Actually, I saw it in Público in Portugal. It's a Portuguese idea. That
That's
serenata thing.
Yeah,
It makes so much sense.
you for music.
Oh, Yuba music. Yuba. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Let's not put the Americans into this. Come on. Oh, the Germans. Oh, are they German? Oh, sorry about that.
So, of course, we cannot predict the future. We don't know what is coming to us, but somehow. the way things are moving on will be really influenced by the decisions that politicians, institutions will take, because our sector is not the only one crossing hard times, but is one that is by nature very fragile. And somehow, um, sometimes to support in an institutional way musicians is not even in terms of bureaucratics easy. Um, so, what do you feel, Florence and Luko, about how can you get support without playing and living from music? Florence first.
Ooh, how? So wait, what the question is? How can you earn a living without playing live music?
Yeah.
So
How?
to be really honest, I'm going to be really honest now. On all my tours that I've done, especially the ones in England, I actually lost money. So when I did a UK tour where I was playing like 6 dates across England, I was probably, I mean, not much, but I didn't actually earn any money. So that comes back a bit to what Luko was saying before about probably the scene in England slightly changing, and there are so many things going on, and it's difficult to promote and blah blah blah, all of that. Um, I mean, the internet is full of those things that say how to make money via streaming. But the reality is, on a stream, you're earning what, 0.037, and you need to get like millions of streams before you earn it, enough money even to put food on the table.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting question. Then, so I teach music as well for 8 hours a week, and the school's not paying me at the moment either. So,
So,
so you could
well,
say teaching, but they're not paying me, so that's not a no good either. Um, it's a difficult question. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, there's got to be a way. There's always a way, right? I'll probably be in a better place to tell you actually what I think when we've done this charity single, and if we do raise a lot of money, then I'll be able to tell you how to make money without, not through the usual channels. But it's, you can give live gigs, but how much you really going to earn for your online live streaming? I don't know. I really don't know.
I
I
think
don't know is the answer. Does anyone else have any good ideas?
Soundtracks, movie soundtracks, or any audio to be used in any kind of, I don't know, advertisement, YouTube videos, whatever. I have friends that do that, and they have small
Yeah,
samples of things. Maybe
yeah.
the money is not that much, but if you have 1,000 samples, and if they are used constantly, then it's something.
Mm-hmm. What channels do they go through to do that?
That I cannot answer at the moment, but I could research and send it to you later.
Oh, thanks, Adrian. That would be great. Thank you.
No worries.
yeah, definitely stuff incidental music, like soundtrack music and stuff. But like if you're at home, obviously, doing stuff and get it on Bandcamp, you know what I mean? It's like a track, you know what I mean? It might be electronic or it's sample beats and stuff like that, but it's like licensing your music, you know what I mean? Get through PRS and stuff and get it on Bandcamp so people could. That does work if you've got the right playlist. If you can get into the right playlist, then you could obviously get on Spotify, for instance, or you can promote it where it goes on Bandcamp. I think that's where it's going to lead down that channel anyway. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
it's been doing that for years anyway, since like Napster went funny and all the other stuff kind of come together, and when MySpace kind of crashed, when Facebook, things were changing then. So I was doing a lot of around about 2003, for instance, I was doing a lot of touring, supporting like Oasis and bands like Paul Eller and Ian Brown and stuff like that. And what we were doing, we were kind of we seen the record industry change, I mean, completely from CDs to download. It was just weird. There were massive change around about 2003, 4, 5, and 6. And what I want to do with my thing, I mean, what we with the Woolish especially, is we've got 4 tracks. What we've been working on, we need to get these mixed now. and we're going to do this Proporí metric album. So we want to be able to do it on CD download and get a documentary together, like of all the stuff we've been doing with this Proporí metric thing. I think something documental can really get the eye, from it's just that split 3 second thing. I think it's all about 3 seconds, like the attention span of a goldfish. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
people want to get you quickly like that, and you've got to fit it quick. And I think something really visual with the Bandcamp thing, get it on playlist with Spotify. We've thrown a last EP on Spotify. Yeah, it's been getting some decent playlists and stuff like that. We are starting to get Manchester now. Lots of people in Manchester taking it seriously. I'm seeing like people out of the music business, like bands like Paris Angels. You know what I mean? They started a new band now. A guy called Ricky. I forgot his surname actually, but Ricky started another band called the San Pedro Collective. They're quite keen on what we're doing because we're very unorthodox, very psychedelic, kind of progressive, very irregular meat is what we play. And I just feel that there is what we're talking about now, this international talk about being European and stuff like that, and building bridges. This is how it will work. We have to believe in it, really. And like Paris Angels, we believe that something will come out of this, and everybody's welcome at my place anytime they come into the UK. Everybody's here. They get a full breakfast. You know what I mean? We go and do whatever together.
The
Honestly,
best breakfast, must say.
I'm just speaking the mind. You know what I mean? And I think the download, get it on Bandcamp, getting your vinyl, your CD, your download. That is it's a really locked down now. Try and make some online stuff. We did one about COVID-19 a few weeks ago. It was a conversation of a lady who was kind of thinking about just a way to wash yourself and drink hot drinks and stuff like that, not drink alcohol because it breaks the immune system and everything. It was more to do with it was a solutionary thing, It didn't sound like it was any woman trying to say this is the cure to COVID-19. It was just like common sense, really. So we made a track out of it. I thought we had to do something. So it's just like beat samples. We haven't really plugged it, but we could do. We could actually plug that more on SoundCloud. So
So there are things that we can keep doing. I believe that Florence has a lesson in a while, right, Florence?
I do. I'm sorry. Name of your
But
Luko. I'm just writing on the chat. If you could tell me the name of your band, because I'd love to go and look you up afterwards.
Proporí.
Proporí, Propori, and it's now with the accent
P-R-O.
Pori, Propori.
Got it. Proporí. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
I'll add you all. I'll get everybody together. I'm just seeing the screen at the moment. So when I get into, I'll get all the names of everybody and
and
I'll add it to me list.
and
Brilliant.
share the links of all social media of everyone on this video after the live. But before Florence left, and because we are in the last minutes of our talk, we cannot stay here forever. Uh, we would
We
like
can't.
we can, but probably people outside will get a little bored of us. We can keep talking
We
on
could
our
just do this.
yeah. But we all met, actually most of us, on European showcase festivals. Luko
Yes.
was the one that was different because we met him on Box Music Studios in Faro, but with an international connection also. But I had the chance to meet Florence in um, Line Check Festival in Milan. Florence met Adrian on Ment Festival in Ljubljana. We didn't went to waves together or Monday week. I've been with Marc on Mill in Lisbon, and now all these small festivals that of showcase and new artists that could be somehow a small spotlight for some of us. They are all gone also, um, and this connection, this people going together and building bridges like Luko were mentioning, we'll somehow get a little bit stuck among the next months during this pandemic. Yeah, because we easily keep talking with the people we already know, but the context of
Oh
being
yeah,
together
that's true.
with people is completely different.
Yeah.
And how do you see that these small opportunities that those festivals were for some of us that now will not happen could affect our daily promoting life. And the last question related to this: should European Union do something to take these festivals to a digital version to keep happening things? Just an opinion, not too
Mm.
much deep thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, they've kind of turned a blind eye to the musicians, haven't they? Really, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All the governments, it's like they never thought about musicians. We're just nothing. You know what I mean?
Nah, but we are not nothing because all those days that people are stuck at home.
Yeah.
Mark, you must put your headphones, please. Um, um, all this time that people are stuck at home, they're still listening to music. They're still
Yeah.
reading books. They
Exactly.
still,
And
they,
more than
they-
ever before, like more almost than they were before, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's the artists who are saving us from insanity.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So the question is, should they look at these festivals and try to improve them to be digital, or just
Well,
stay?
one thing is that should they? Yes. Will they? Not
No.
sure. The other thing, I think the digital should be like a last resource if we really cannot have it any other way.
Mm.
Because I think people are very creative and people are craving for culture. And I'm sure someone will come up with some idea, even if it's not putting, I don't know, 1,000 boxes, 2 by 2 square meters with some holes so that you can hear each other and then make a festival. I don't know. I have no idea. But for sure, someone will find out something that we can see each other face to face. It is not online because online works, but as Florence was saying, it's not the same. There's something missing.
Yeah, we are losing the social experience.
You
That
can't
is the
really
main.
connect to it, can you? You can't
The
really.
energy, the energy. There's no energy. The energy is one-sided, like social media. You know, when you write on social media, but it's not having the same as a conversation. It's like writing on a wall.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no two-way thing, and so playing online is like, yeah, it's like playing writing on a wall, and people can come by and see your writing and respond to it, and then you can respond back, which makes your writing less just graffiti on the wall. But there's no energy there apart
yeah.
from your own.
I had an experience this weekend. Sphinge, a project of mine, had the chance to do a recorded concert at República 14, the same place that Luko were talking. We did this on Saturday, and I talked about this yesterday with the talk with Tassos that we with who we were talking about Odysseus project. That is also an international project based on Odysseus' journey, mythical journey, of course. It's really nice if you can check. I will also share you the link
I
to
will. I love that.
about this project. We were talking yesterday, and I talked with this also with Maria, the singer, the lead singer of this band, that even to arrive to the venue is weird because we appear all with masks,
Yeah.
all with alcoholic liquids to clean our hands. Nobody shake hands, nobody give kisses, nobody go together to hug or anything. And even what what we always felt as natural, now that things are returning and people okay is allowed to reunion with safety to work, even this is a weird social experience.
Mm,
The concert, okay, we played 5 songs. It's a short, it's like a showcase. um, but even the spirit on the stage was not
mm,
close to being playing with people in the audience. uh, and even to talk to the camera to say hello everyone, knowing that nobody's listening by the other side. Musicians are not ready to be television's presenters on pivos or something like this.
yeah.
um, so even trying to rebuild this, to record a concert, to then uh, spread it online or streaming it. The musician does not feel the same way playing that we will feel with people. And on this hand, I agree totally with Adrian.
And I
Um,
think is also not only the part of the concert. For example, when Florence played in Wrocław in Kalambur, after we went for some beers and we had a chat, and it was not only the concert itself, but it was also the before and the after.
yeah,
Mm.
we
Yeah.
did all this, and it's really nice to have a lot of likes and donations also, of course, and people interacting in the video. But I think that is even worse uh, related with the feeling that you have when the lights goes down. When the
Yeah,
goes down, you go home, but probably you still with anyone, or you can go for a beer and talk after the concert, or you can just walk on the streets and go to the sea and do something.
Hmm.
And
yeah,
right now we lost this something. um, and I would like to finish with your opinions about this, thinking more as a, not only as a musician but as a human being, how you
yeah.
feel on this new scenario. Florence, you'll be the first leaving, so you'll be the first one.
Exactly what you just said. It's really weird, and it's almost weirder now that everyone is allowed to move around again. The fact that you see people, and before you were just on your own at home and there was no one, and now you see people again, and you can't hug them, hello, and you can't go for a beer with them, and it's just weird. It's really weird, and I mean, of course, normal life will return because it will, right? We will be able to hug each other again one day, but for the time being, yeah, it's very strange how any gesture of affection you cannot do. I think that's what it is, right? So you can talk and have conversations, but there's no gesture of affection, and that is, in a way, kind of what makes us human. So it's kind of
Give and
dehumanizing.
give and return. That's it. That's all.
Mm. But it will
And
come back.
yeah, we are sure. This we are sure. It's
I
not the
want
first the pandemic in the world, so will be
Yeah.
more actually. Luko, your final words about this more emotional thing of being
well,
musician and
yeah.
human being with feelings.
Your mind's full of ideas all the time. It's just full of everything. So I mean, it's like I'm always right. He's enticing to people to come out and do stuff as well. Because when you guys were you in Darwin, for instance, it was packed. The venue was packed on Sunday afternoon. Do you remember, Luis? It was a Sunday afternoon. Everybody's out. It's the international vibe. What gets people's attention. So this is how we keep doing this. We keep advertising this internationally. I've not spoke to Adrian yet, so I'd like to ask him a bit about trying to build something over there as well. It'd be fantastic actually in Poland. So I've got a lot of friends in Warszawa, in Warsaw and stuff. I'd love to go over
Sure,
there. Of
definitely.
Luko and Mark always have a friend or a family somewhere
Yeah,
in the world.
of course, yeah,
Anywhere you
absolutely.
go, you
Yeah.
will find a family or relative to them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I just think this situation what we're going through now. I just think you keep advertising the international thing, keep doing that, keep bringing. We need more links with like the Proporí meter, like you're doing with this advertisement series. What's Greek? So Greek is it a Greek word what you used, or is it just Luis on the
Yeah.
flyer on the advert? Is it a Greek word?
Actually, is European written with all characters from different countries from Europe. So
It
you have
is.
the P, for example, uh, and the E also.
Yeah, I really, I'd like to. We've got to keep promoting that, even in lockdown situation. You know what I mean? And just that'll get in more people's ears. I
Okay.
think.
And Adrian, what you want to tell us to finish?
Well, everything was kind of already said. These are not easy times, but I really believe we are going to overcome them. And I think especially artists are going to be creative enough to find new ways to show their work. And I hope really that's going to be soon because I'm going nuts without being able to go to concerts. I used to go to concert at least every second or third day here. But I'm sure we will find something else. I mean, some other way, if not with the way we used to have it.
Yeah. And everybody, like I say, everybody's welcome here. Everybody can come to my house. We can do something. There's this collective of people now. We can make a song together as well. You know.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
That would be great. Let's do it.
If possible, and I just need to get my head around Reaper because there's this Reaper program I'm trying to get my head around now, and I've been a bit lazy with sequencing. I mean, John does that in the band. You know, he's so good with his technology. You know, I'm kind of the ideas guy. We're all musicians, but it's kind of I need to get into the habit of using the Reaper to send files to each other. I'm going to even try and sync, connection in sync, do it live. You know what I mean? I like the idea about that. What you were doing, you know.
So technology for Luko, zero. And we need to find a way, a belt or something to try to to manage their ideas because it's like a source of ideas that
But we
never
could do a
stops.
cool thing. We could do a cool thing where we could do a bit like a Remain in Light project where Luko records 8 bars of something and puts it in a shared Dropbox file, okay?
Okay.
I then record something over the top. Then Marco does something else over the top. Then Adrian and Luis, you do something. No, Adrian, yeah. And so we just create this hodgepodge, and then we can shape it into something cool, and it would
We
be
can
quite
start this.
effortless.
We can start this now.
Yeah,
So
And
now
done.
I'm on the studio, so
Cool. Done. Let's do it.
Mark's the best front now, so just collecting what I've seen, you know, after two bands.
Adrian, have you guitar there also?
Somewhere, yes.
Perfect. Done.
It's done.
The only thing is, everyone, when you get the audio file, if it's a guitar, then you have to play something else. That might be the good rule, so that then everyone has to reinvent themselves a bit.
Okay, for me it's perfect. We can start this today.
Great,
Uh,
let's do it.
so now
I'm only at
just to let also Mark give his last words. Mark, you have been so quiet today. You are the only one that is always talking. I believe that if you have a battle of who talks more between you and Mark, I don't know who will be the winner. But today
Me.
you are right and
I'm, ve-
right.
yeah, I'm very quiet. This technology also, it's also a bit of a wall I have to go over. I just like to say one thing to all of you, and that is that in Algarve, where we live, me and Luis, in this region, it's very sunny all the time, and we're very lucky. We have our own homes, and we have good connections with our cities. So if you guys want to come over, just like Luko said, we have a bed for you, and I'm sure we can help get
And
get some
food,
things together.
amazing food.
Wow.
Amazing food.
Food.
Yes.
Yeah, so whenever you guys want to come over, we can all just talk online and organize something because we live in this amazing spot. And guys, I just want to say thank you for, and I love to hear you. And we're going to get together. Just say stay positive, keep on working, and whenever you want to come over, we'll do it. We'll make it happen for sure. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you.
No problem.
We have been talking for 70 minutes. Okay, I think that
Wow.
we must probably Florence student is already on Zoom
I
asking.
know. Sorry, guys, I've got to run. It's been so nice seeing you all. And what was the thing I was going to say? Likewise, Bologna, or when I'm in England, England. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's really cool. This could be the beginning of something really fun and great and exciting.
Cool.
So
All right.
I'm trying to put you there, okay? So I just want to thank you. I'm not in the image. I'm just over. I'm like on Big Brother talking to you. I want to thank you all. Florence from Dos Floris. If you don't know her, go check Dos Floris on all social media. You'll find amazing things. Marc Policarpo, songwriter, musician from the Algarve, now producing his new and his first record actually. Luko, El Senhor Proporí, from Proporí, an amazing guy talking to us from Manchester, and Adrian, a friend, virtual online friend that I'm really really excited to have the opportunity to meet you live in
Likewise.
Portugal with Sagre or Superboc or any
Oh,
other beer that we can drink and enjoy the sunset and music, of course. I'm really happy to have you here all, and hope this somehow is a good start to do new things.
Yeah,
Um, and thank also Europe that make possible for us to meet each other, because actually if
absolutely.
we were in America, probably we didn't have the chance that we had to meet via
mm,
European projects that we have been attending and working with. Uh, they are not responsible for this, but they did their part, and that's how we are together. And that's why we were celebrating Europe here on Epopeia and Make It Happen space. So thank you so much, and we can keep talking after the live session go down. Okay?
Absolutely.
thank you, Luis.
My
We should
pleasure.
do this more often.
So
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's do it, guys.
Guys, it
so
was
thank
so lovely to meet you all. I'm really sorry I've got to run. But
Okay, okay, okay.
go
thank
for
you
it.
so
Go
much,
for it.
Adrian, Marco, Luko. It was so cool to meet you. I'm going to find you all on Facebook and let's do this. Let's do this thing.
See you
Thank you,
soon.
Definitely.
Let's
Florence.
do it. Let's do it.
Thank you,
Let's do it.
Florence. Bye bye.
Bye
Cool.
bye.
See
Bye,
ya.
everybody. Ciao.
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 Ciao, ciao,
Ciao.
ciao. Ciao.
Um,